there guys, my name is Linda Dolke. I'm a demonstrator with Stampin'Up here in Australia, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made this card, and I've used a couple of little tricks to bring it all together. So let's get started. I'm using the Cup of Christmas stamp set. Let me just show you. It's in our latest holiday catalogue, and here on page 34 is the set with all the different stamps in it, and over here on the following page it shows the matching dies. So these coordinate together. You can buy them separately. These are called Cup of Cheer, the dies, and the stamp is called Cup of Christmas, but if you're buying them together as a bundle, it's the Cup of Christmas bundle, and I'll put all those prices up on the screen for you. So this is in our latest holiday catalogue that is out right now, October 2019. Okay. So the first thing I did, well, before I tell you that, I'm going to really quickly show you why this is a bit of a special set. This is a first time thing. Stampin' Up hasn't done this before. They have got a couple of stamps in here which are reversible stamps. So you won't have seen this before. This is the first time. Right, so when you use this one, it's photopolymer, and you'll see it has like little holes here. The other one in these two reversible ones has little stripes on it, okay? But it actually goes on. You ink it up, you stamp it, but if you wanted your cup to be the other way, so right-handed or left-handed, you can peel it off, clean it of course, and then go the other direction, and your cup now faces the other way. So you can have a right-handed or a left-handed cup. Aren't they cool? So the same with the stripy cup. Both the dotty and the stripy cup are reversible. I'm not using them that way today, but I just wanted to show you that because that's kind of what is special about this little stamp set. Okay, instead I wanted, as you can see in my picture here, I wanted to have a tartan, or some people call this plaid, cup. I thought that would be kind of cute. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You could cut out, if you've got some plaid or tartan designer series paper, you could cut your cup out of that. So I've got my dies here. Okay, and you can see that there is a right-handed and a left-handed cup. So no matter which side of those little reversible stamps you're using, you've got the perfect die to cut it out. Or you could just use it, of course, when you're using designer series paper. But I didn't have the designer series paper I wanted because I wanted it to be navy, so I decided to stamp my own. I've got a piece of white paper here, and I've got some navy, Night of Navy ink, and I'm using a stamp here from this little set called Tiny Keepsakes. This one matches the Tiny Keepsake box, little box that we have a die for, and as you can see, you can make them a plaid or tartan design, or you could do a stripy one. And there's also some little greetings here for the matching little tags that go with the box. Those boxes are super cute. I might do a video with those another day. So I'm just going to stamp my tartan design straight onto my piece of Whisper White here. You could use any colour for this, but I wanted navy and white. Okay, and then what I would do is I would then run this through my die cutting machine to get a tartan cup. And of course, magic of television, here's one I've prepared earlier. Okay, so let's move that away. Alright, so you can see I've got that one ready to go. Now, what I decided I would also like, you might be able to see it here, is I've got a little bit of steam coming off my cup. And the thing I noticed in both the stamp set and also in the dies, there is no steam die and there is no steam stamps. So I thought, I would really like this to be like a nice hot steaming cup of whatever you prefer, tea, coffee, hot chocolate, whatever it might be. But I really wanted this look. So what I did was I used the seaweed from the smooth sailing dies, this one here with the lighthouse and the ship's anchor and the yachts. And I've got this cool little seaweed die, and I've actually cut it from vellum. As you can see, I've prepared this earlier, so we haven't got to wait around while I do it now. And you can see that just cuts that piece out. And then all I wanted was this little bit here, so I grabbed my scissors And I just wanted this top little bit here. I didn't want the rest of the seaweed. I just chopped that off. Okay, it's the top end of this that I'm after. And as you can see, that's going to look pretty cool. Just popping out the top of that, just like it's a little bit of steam. Of course, we needed a dark background so you could actually see it. So I also cut a circle. And there's my steam coming out there just like that. So I'll be assembling that in just a moment. Now for my background here, I'm using a piece of mercury glass. This stuff, I just love it. It's the most awesome stuff. Now when you go to use this, one side you can just indistinctly feel a little bit of the print and the other side is more smooth. On that smooth side, before you use your mercury glass, little trick for you, you want to just, with the edge of your scissors or a paper piercing tool or something sharp, just sort of pull the corner and you can see you just pull the rest of that off. And it's a little bit shinier underneath when you do that, and I think it looks really, really nice. All right, I've got a piece of smoky slate here, which I prepared earlier. How do we attach the acetate? Well, the answer is glue dots, of course, because glue dots are your friend whenever it comes to things like vellum and acetate. And the cool thing about printed acetate like this is that you can hide your glue dots behind various parts of the design. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gradually working my way around, and it doesn't matter if you don't have them all over the place. I just want to have several. There we go. One close to each corner. It doesn't have to be right in the corner. We just want it to be enough to hold that in place. So you can see how nice that looks with the smoky slate coming from behind. I have a piece of glimmer paper here. I've just chopped it from a piece of silver glimmer, and I'm just going to use a bit of a snail along that. I've made it the same length exactly as my acetate, my mercury glass acetate. And I'm just going to pop that like that. Now to assemble these, I put some dimensionals behind my cup. You can see how easy this is. It's a really simple little thing, but it's kind of cute. I just really liked the idea of using a couple of unusual things like the seaweed for the steam. I just thought that that would make it, just makes the card in my opinion. This is the largest circle from the Stitched Shapes dies. Okay, so just like that. And because this is already dimensionaled up, I'm just going to put a little bit of snail at the bottom end of that. And I'm just going to slide that in underneath until it's where I want it to be. And then give it a push. And that's not going to go anywhere. That'll stay right there. There we go. We have our steam coming out of our coffee cup. And then a few more dimensionals on the back. Take the backs off. Aren't dimensionals just the best thing ever? Did you know in the latest holiday catalogue that there are black dimensionals? Yep, black. And they come in a combo pack of minis and regular size. So they are really, really cool. I love them. Alright, I popped that on there just like that. Now, the other thing is I used a little stamp just here, the word enjoy. You could have any word, but I wanted just the word enjoy because it's small and fits nicely in that spot. Let me pop that on. And the other reason I used on the original card is because I had a little smudge down here. And of course that then became a place to put something so that no one saw the smudge. Shh, don't tell anyone. Alright, just like that. Then I attached this whole thing to a piece of white, Whisper White, thick cardstock, as you can see. And it's just half a piece of Whisper White, folded in half again to finish it off. But when I looked at this, I thought, it's nice, but it's a little bit plain. It needs something. So at that point, I came over to my Stitch Stars dies. Now these are one of my favourite new dies. As you can see, there's a lot of dies in this set, so many. And I use this Flourish from the same set of dies as often as I can. It's a fantastic little flourish. The cool thing is when you cut this flourish out, it cuts out the flourish. You can see I've already pre-done this, but it also, there's 5 stars on there and it cuts those out as well. So that's really handy, because then you could use those on your project if you wanted to, which I haven't today, but it would be easy enough to add some stars around the card that might look quite cute. So I decided this looked a little bit plain, it just needed something. So what I did was I cut my flourish in half. Doesn't really matter because we're going to be hiding that behind here somewhere, and I'm deciding how much of it I would like sticking out. Now because I've used dimensionals and not too close to the edge, there's room for me to poke that in underneath. So like I did before, I'm just going to add a little bit of snail. You could also use Tombow or whatever you like. I'm just using it underneath the main parts. I'm not putting it all over the whole thing. Let me just try and slide that in under there. Now if I was worried about that, I could certainly cut a bit more off it. It's a bit trickier now that I've added the glue. So let me do that again. Just like that. And then this one, make this one a little bit shorter too. I just wanted the flourish to kind of stick its head out from behind, just like that. I just thought that would be really pretty. Just gives it a little bit of something extra. There we go, just like that. There we go. And here's the one I made before. As you can see, this is a super simple card to make, but these cute little touches like the flourish from behind, the mercury glass, the tartan or plaid for the coffee cup, and of course the steam made out of the seaweed. I just think it came together really cute. Do you like it? I hope you do. I will be back with lots more for you very soon. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.